You don't have a life purpose? Good. You don't know what your true passion is? Even better. You feel like you're wandering around, not knowing what you were born to do? Congratulations. Because the moment you stop forcing yourself to figure it all out, that's when you actually start living. 1. Life purpose. The greatest scam of the 21st century? You might be watching this video not because you need it, but because the YouTube algorithm just threw it in your face. Just like it once threw at you ads like, find your life mission in 7 days, 5 questions to discover your true calling. Or, Gen Z is having an identity crisis because they don't have a passion. A Pew Research study revealed 76% of Gen Z Americans say they feel guilty for not finding their passion. But you know what? Albert Einstein didn't have a life purpose at 20. He got fired for being lazy. Steve Jobs dropped out of college to meditate and learn calligraphy, which later became Apple's iconic font. Everything around you might be screaming, if you don't have a purpose, you're wasting your life. So you start feeling guilty. Guilty for not being successful yet. Guilty for not having found yourself. Guilty for not knowing who you are. But here's the truth. It's not your fault. Modern society has locked us in a place called purpose. Life purpose isn't a spiritual compass anymore. It's a product they sell to you. Look around. Companies invent noble missions so you'll work overtime without asking. Schools tell you, follow your passion, but never teach you how to handle failure. Self-help gurus sell $5,000 Find Your Purpose courses, but they make a living off your money, not their ideals. Purpose, sadly, is no longer a paradise. It's a sparkling prison. So what's the solution? Stop chasing, start wandering, and discover the power of someone who doesn't belong anywhere. 2. Purposeless living, the art of a free soul. You're 20 and still have no clue what your passion is. You're 25, job hopping, hoping something might finally call your name. You're 30, looking around your friends seem settled while you are still searching for something you can't quite name. You're not lazy. You're not lost. You've just been haunted by a beautiful lie. Life has to have a purpose to be worth living. But what if I told you, you don't need a purpose to live a meaningful life? This isn't about giving up. This is about a different kind of victory, one that wins against the obsession to control everything in a universe that can't be controlled. It's called awakening. The philosopher Albert Camus, who spent his whole life asking, what's the point of living, finally said, the only real meaning in life is whatever keeps you from killing yourself. A sentence sharp as a blade, and that's why it's so real. Camus didn't tell you to live recklessly. He told you, be brave enough to live, even when you have no reason to. And that's when you're truly free. Let me tell you a story. Alex, 23, worked at Google. After 6 months, he quit to become a street artist. I make 80% less, but for the first time in 5 years, I'm off antidepressants. Taylor, 25, failed 3 startups. Now she's a bartender. It wasn't failure that killed me. It was the pressure to succeed. It's the pressure to have a purpose that paralyzes you. It's the question, what was I born to do, that makes you afraid to act because you're scared of choosing wrong. But here's the truth. Purpose doesn't come first. It's created through what you dare to do. You don't need to know the meaning of playing music, painting, baking. You just need to feel your heart light up a little when you do it. And that's enough to begin. Even science agrees with you. There's a part of your brain called the default mode network, DMN. It lights up during creativity, imagination, and making unexpected connections. It's most active when you're not under pressure to have a specific goal. This is also the core of ACT therapy, acceptance and commitment therapy. At Harvard, researchers found people who accept uncertainty are 3 times more adaptable than average. That means the more comfortable you are not knowing, the more flexible, creative, and intelligent you become. Ideas will come, energy will come. Paradoxical, right? Turns out the feeling of I have no direction is the perfect starting point to reconnect with your true self. So remember this. You don't need a grand reason to start. You just need something that makes you feel alive. Living without purpose doesn't mean being lazy. It means you act not to prove anything, but from pure curiosity, raw aliveness. Like a forest that doesn't know what it's growing, but it grows anyway. Like a child who doesn't care if a game has value. They just play. And in that, they're fully alive. Try living without a purpose and find out who you really are. You are already whole. 3, you don't need a purpose because you're already living. Carl Rogers, one of the pioneers of humanistic psychology, once said, "When I accept myself just as I am, then I can change." Don't confuse no purpose with no action. You still move, but you no longer carry the burden of saving the world. Stay away from people who say, "You're wasting your potential." True potential lies in your ability to flow with life, without breaking. Today, I'm not asking you to transform your life. I just want you to take 5 minutes, place your hand on your heart, and ask, am I living for something? Or am I living like it's a task? If everything around you is pressuring you to have an answer, remember this. Your soul doesn't need a 5-year plan. It just needs the truth, one day at a time. Try this. Choose one action done purely out of curiosity, not for money, not for fame, not for success. Drop a comment below. My absurd experiment plus what you're going to do. I want to see 1,000 people daring to live absurdly for the next 7 days. And if you feel lost, don't worry. There's no right path. There's just a life waiting for you to take the next breath.